Welcome to the CFG Gamecast, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers that like to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, subscribing, commenting on our YouTube page at the CFG or on our Twitch page, CFG Games, or go to our main website, freaksgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today, I got my two awesome co-hosts. I got Pop in the second seat. What's going on, Pop? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. The usual gaming and whatnot. Semester starts next week, but I'm not too pressed about it because I'm mainly going to be online for both campuses, so I'm pretty much chilling this semester. Hoping for the entire school year, but this semester at least will be pretty chill. I'm very excited for it.
That's cool. So, any games you played this week?
Tokon and Avatar mainly, with a dash of Warriors Abyss.
Oh, still going on the Warriors Abyss. Nice. Oh man, that's like. So, have you found your main on the Tokon yet, or any prospects that you've seen?
I have a couple of teams set up already. Like I have one team with Storm, Magic, Blade, and Black Panther. I also have another setup where it's Storm, Magic, Blade, and then Danger. And then I have one setup where it's Storm, I think it's Deadpool I have in Shooter, Blade, and then Loki.
So clearly your main is Storm. Okay, gotcha.
Well, Storm's good at that point because her, depending on where you put her for her assist, she's just a really good assist.
Okay.
So if I swap off her, she's in a really good point for assist. She's also just a really good point.
Oh, damn! That's freaking awesome. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. Hey, but you know what, Pop?
What?
You're the person who I think is going to be the next champion in Marvel Tokon.
Are you sure it's not right? Are you sure it's not Rifles?
Nope, it's definitely not Rifles, but it's the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, Smitty?
Chillin', brother. We are getting it in. It's Ashley Aslan's 5th birthday today. We went. I'm over here looking like a Smurf. We went and made slime. We surprised her at the slime kitchen. So we went there. It was awesome. We had a blast. So I got some more things planned after the podcast. I'm not gonna lie, I finally dove into Warframe.
And
oh
wow!
I didn't even know you were interested in that game.
I know.
I really wasn't, but I've been like, I feel like I've had this whole missing destiny, and I haven't really found anything to fill that hole until I started playing Warframe. And it's like, I literally could just grind this for a grip. I'm learning the things. Like, I'm just scratching the surface of it. I'll let her know, Snake Eyes.
That is hilarious. That is awesomely funny. The Slime Kitchen, Reed Cooper asked, what is the Slime Kitchen? Or
so it's like not really a workshop. It's like a big room. They have like little desks and stuff, and like they have different stations where you basically create different slimes. You can have scents, colors. That's why I use dye. You could do the texture. You could put like things, like really cool thing, especially for like kids that like sensory things and stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, okay, that's freaking awesome. Man, so man, that's actually a really cool thing for anyone to go in. That sounds awesome. Sorry, I kind of went blank. I had to ban someone. But it's all good. You know what's funny? Was there any games that you played? Any games that you played this week?
Warframe. College football. And I started playing Power Rangers Rita's Rewind.
What?
With the girls. It's on PlayStation Plus. Dude. I was just going through the games looking, and I was like, I know for a fact this is a co-op game.
I have this game. I have that game too.
I didn't know. Yeah, no, dude, I had no idea. I love it. Could we play it through the?
It's a great game.
the Turtles one.
Mhm.
There's a Turtles one that
Yeah,
we
Shredder's
played.
Revenge.
Yeah. And we love that. Yeah, so we started playing that the other day. And then other than that, dude, I've been grinding out Power World.
Yeah. Why don't we ever play, dude? Like you never invited me to your server.
I'm sorry.
Y'all
I
playing
will
this.
do that. Look, I had a really traumatic experience. This did play out.
Oh god.
I had a really traumatic experience with a dude. And I was in a clan, and
well, we don't have to be in a clan.
Ruined the game for me. Yeah, no, I know. You can still play on the same server.
So yeah.
Sorry, I will.
It
was traumatic. It made me stop
out
playing
the
game.
last episode, and it just never happened. We're just
gonna
have to have weekly updates now.
Man, I play that game. Yeah. I've been playing that game a lot. I'm so surprised I'm playing that game because this is probably the least Davis-like game I have ever played. That you would never expect me to ever play, but I have been playing.
I told you, dude, when I played in early access, when it first came out, I was like, this is too good. This is too good, like, for what it is, and it's only going to get better from here. I was willing to throw in all the hours I possibly could.
Here's my luck when it comes. Here's my luck. So, like, Snake Eyes asked, I thought y'all were playing with each other, and I'm like, well, here's my luck about online. Every freaking time when I play with anybody online, it's like it's just every time. Hey, we should play together. Yeah, we should play together. I get the game. Crickets, constant crickets every time. In this case,
people is me.
Yeah. In this case, this is even worse. Because this guy's just like, oh, hey, we're playing the same game. Well, don't you think we should be on the same server? It's like, oh, you've been playing this game for like you've had this game for years, right? Like 2 years at least.
2 years.
Yeah. Yes. I literally bought it like 2 weeks ago, and then and just started messing around with it. I'm like, oh man, okay, this would have been great. Not even an invite. That's terrible.
I have to defend myself here.
You gotta do better.
No, I know I'm terrible. I owe Poppy and I are supposed to do a dynasty in college football. He was like, hit me with the details. Haven't hit him up. Snake Eyes and I, what, dude? Once Human. We started playing Once Human. All of a sudden, I fell off. You went off with your friend. I think Dune a little bit. Like I'm. NT
You're all over the
more
place.
than I do.
Yeah. Okay. That's funny and sad at the same time. But yeah,
I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But no, it's all good. I'm just doing the regular server. I was just going through the story myself. But then I just get on this grind of just trying to figure out how do I automate things as much as I possibly can. Right. The one thing I'm having issues with is food. Is like I'm trying because you always have to put. You always have to move.
About Project John Boyd. We're supposed to play that like Friday.
I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is that you shouldn't rely on Smitty when it comes to opening multiplayer games.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyways, but that's cool. At least you had a good weekend. Happy birthday to Az. So that's pretty good. So that's awesome. I'm really glad it was a good time.
How was your week, man?
Oh, man. Power World. So that was happening. Definitely been having a good time with that, and also been messing with Goddess of Victory Nikke. I play Nikke every day, but
you love that game.
I am consistent because if you're not consistent, then you're not gonna. I can't get what I want for free. So that's you have to have a war chest. But then I've realized that I'm really fickle with my money in that game, like my in-game currency. That's to a point where I'm very comfortable, like I'm very well off. Because usually it costs like 3,000 gems to get your draws, to get 10 draws. I'm at 430 something thousand gems.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm very picky and very systematic when it comes to it. So I'm just like, okay, here we go. But anyways, I digress. And then also, I didn't even know, but so I don't know if y'all know this, but Batman, there's the animated movie series Batman, called Cape Crusader on Amazon Prime.
On Luna, right?
No, not the game. It's a series. It's a series. Yeah. Yeah, there's a thing. Well, there is a game. That's Cape Crusaders is a game. Is a series.
Is a game too?
Yeah, it's a series to a game. Yeah.
Weird. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you need to watch this series because this is actually better than the original 1992 Batman animated series.
What?
Yeah, because it's with the same crew that made it. That's so it's Bruce. So it's
Oh.
So they
Bruce
made
Timm.
it and just did it in a better What is wrong with people?
I know it's really crazy. So there's two seasons of it right now on Amazon Prime, and we're not being sponsored, but this is a great show. It's like not even. It still has
Two
it's still,
seasons?
Yeah. It came out last year, but then they have the second season that just came out 2 weeks ago, and I just binged it, and I was like, wow, this series is freaking great. But the
Okay.
difference is that people actually die in this one, and and there's some slight changes and stuff. Like there's the Barbara Gordon, and like the Penguin, I think is a female in this one, and stuff. But they actually kill off even the main bad guys. So I was like, holy crap, it is crazy. And then Batman lets people die, which is even weirder to me. And I was like, what is happening? Like, this is freaking gritty as hell. No, I will stand, this might be a hot take, but Batman Cape Crusader is better than the 92 Batman anime series. And I want y'all to watch it. Y'all need to watch it.
Flip it.
Yeah, you need to watch it. It's a great show, man. I was like, holy crap, this is great. I mean, some of the changes were like very interesting, but I was like, oh, dude, I can't wait to the next one. They just introduced one of the major bad guys in this, and the way they did it, and then they made him like a completely like a foreign character, and I was like, this is perfect. This is great. So yeah, watch it, Smitty and Pop. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Luna game is interesting. I didn't even know there was a Luna game.
Yeah, that's what there is a Luna game as well.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought that the thing I've been seeing, I thought it was for the game, but it might actually be for the show. Because I didn't realize it was the show.
Did you see? Wait, have you played the Luna game?
I have not yet. I had planned on it.
What's it like? Is it like? What does it look like? Like, how's it play?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay. So
I have no idea. Yeah, I haven't even looked at it yet. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right. But anyways, I know y'all don't want to talk about just Batman and me just totally like freaking fangirling about it. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic or discussion in the world of video games. The topic would or could be a video game itself specifically, or or something that happened in the gaming industry completely. So if there is something that you're wanting to chime in about on whatever we talk about, we encourage you to type it inside the chat on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/CFG Games, and on YouTube at the CFG to be a part of the conversation. I don't know what session is, but once you type it inside there, we will chat with you and go from there. So, my topic, well, it's official. We knew it was happening because they announced it last year, but it has now officially has happened. So, EA is now 100% sold to the Saudi-led group for $55 billion. So the companies that acquired the deal itself was Affinity Partners. I think it was Affinity Partners and another private firm, which is like ran by Jared Kushner. So what does this mean overall? There is a lot of things that's going to mean. First off, because EA is now moving over to the private side, it's going to be carrying on a lot of debt. So the debt that it's going to be weighed on is about $20 billion of debt. So EA is now going to be paying off that $20 billion debt every year with the interest and stuff that's going to be coming in. They're going to have to pay the interest alone is $1.8 billion a year for as long that debt's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. So guess what that means for EA? They are going to shrink a lot. It's going to be a point where, they're going to they've already said to No Secrets that they're going to be the current plan, and this is not an official plan, but what people are speculating. the current plan is that they're going to be slashing a massive amount of jobs from that. They're going to be relying heavily on AI to fill in those said jobs they're going to be clearing out from that. And on top of that, guess what they're going to go back to? Microtransactions. So so this is going to be, I don't know what we're going to be seeing for what this version of EA is going to be here now that we're going to be seeing here in the future. But I don't think, but I kind of think that what this is going to cause is that this is going to be the EA games and IPs are going to be under a very crucial microscope. So I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of creativity. We're going to be seeing the game. We're going to see the games are going to be making them money. So we're still going to be seeing the sports line games like Madden, NCAA, all these different ones. But like, if you're expecting like a new IP from EA, like what they were doing with with Star Wars and stuff like that, I personally will be holding my breath. And for me personally, I can't even remember the last EA game I played. To be honest with you, like the one that, if I remember correctly, from me personally, was Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age game, and I don't remember if I cared. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't care. Didn't care much for it, but
Veilguard?
Yeah, Veilguard. It was all right. I mean,
I didn't even play it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't like it was going to be crazy. But what also I kind of am pretty much thinking is going to happen, and we're going to be seeing a lot of games, studio shutdowns as well. Like I don't want to put in a pessimistic cloud going around here, but like I don't see how, like, companies like BioWare is going to survive something like this. Because I don't see them, like, it just doesn't seem like the direction that this company is overall heading doesn't seem like it's going to be the same kind of thing of creativity that I think BioWare tries to do. So I kind of want to get y'all's take on this. So what do y'all think about this move? Like, how do you think, like, are you going to be for, I mean, I guess I'm not going to try to put you in a corner or a hole saying, are you still for EA or whatnot? But like, what does that make you feel about EA? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing, or what's y'all's opinions?
I mean,
have a similar stance to SNK, where like the company isn't at fault for getting bought out. It's more so on the consumers for like not actually buying. Like, I never understand why people just like, oh, well, how could they be bought out and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, y'all weren't buying any products. Y'all weren't doing anything. Y'all, it's a double-edged sword, because one, the economy is kind of like trash right now, and then two, because the economy sucks right now, corporations like that can swoop in and take companies like that, and then their creativity gets stifled. Like, the Sims will probably stick around because it's the EA moneymaker, unless they come out with like the Sims 5, which I don't know. I haven't heard any news on the Sims 5. They announced that it was in development, and then they got announced that they were getting bought out. So I don't even know if it's still in development anymore.
Yeah, doubt that.
I could definitely see them sticking with more sports, or like any games that are sports related. And if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure EA's Star Wars contract ran out, which is why they didn't make the new Star Wars game. And I'm wondering if that was a part of the money issue. Like, I could, if they really wanted to make that money back, they could take a chance by renewing that contract, but I don't know. I don't know if Disney's going to sign up for that.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's kind of funny because, like, I don't even know, like, to say that they were struggling, but yet they're getting fit. Like, I won't say that you didn't say that they were struggling, but to say that the studio still sold for $55 billion, I don't think it was a matter of them not getting enough, like, people backing the games that they had in itself, because I think it's weird.
They probably shot themselves in the foot for how much they were spending too. Like, it might be a mix of what Microsoft did and
Well, I just think that the way that they're doing this, it seems very interesting because it seems very targeted in the way, and how that's what I'm trying to find the best way I'm explaining this, because how I look at this
Mm.
is that that normally if a studio is struggling and then you're seeing that they're trying to, like for instance, THQ is probably the prime example. You remember like THQ Nordic when they
Yeah.
got bought out by what's it called? The last thing that they're wanting to do once they got what was the first thing they were wanting to do is going to sell their IPs, their individual IPs, to see if anyone's interested into it. Then after that, they would then the new company is going to pick up those IPs and then make whatever they're wanting to do. But like that's what you would do when the company is like going under. But in this case, EA, it wasn't a matter of them that they were shopping around and doing it. It was like it was Saudi Group pitched the idea to that they were willing to
Oh,
buy
okay.
it, and then the reason why where they're at now is that they instead of going public shares and stuff, they
Mhm.
privatized it, and then for them to say that they're still saying that they still owe $20 billion in debt, like in that
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
actually
level,
nuts.
and then they'll be like, yeah, that's okay. Well, we got an idea and we got a plan. I feel like this was like something that they created, as opposed to saying that they were in a desperate kind
Okay.
of
I
situation.
wasn't sure if they were in a similar
I don't know.
situation as that, because the SNK situation was literally like
Yeah.
they didn't have money.
Oh yeah. SK was out. Yeah. The SK
Yeah.
didn't have any money. Yeah, that's right. I feel like this was created in the sense of like
Okay.
they made this to happen on themselves. So although
And
I could be wrong.
that makes it even worse when considering the like layoffs are going to happen, especially
Mhm.
if they're that far in debt. It's inevitable, unfortunately.
Mhm. No, absolutely. But when they're saying that how they're open they are about AI, I'm just worried because like I guess it's like
Yeah.
we know how EA has always been. Like the history of EA has always been very murky, when it came to stuff like this. Because you remember, like in the early 2000s, where their stupid their BS with if you're wanting to play an online game, you have to pay an additional $10 for a EA game, so you can't buy the game
Yeah.
used anymore and stuff like that. Like they've done shenanigans like this all the time, and I guess now since this is like unforeseen territories, let alone a group like with Saudi Group, we don't know how like what their plan is. Oh well, actually, we kind of do with this with the shrinking and stuff, but we don't know what to see. Like, how is this going to change? How much of
Right.
EA are we going to see is going to change? Is I guess is what people are worried about, and for good reason. What about you, Smitty? What do you think?
You know, for me, EA died in the early 2000s.
Hmm.
I haven't really gotten outside of these newest college football games. I kind of stopped messing around. Well, no, that's not true. I did like Jedi Survival and stuff like that. I never really thought about like, oh, it's an EA game. I'm going to stay away from it. But the biggest thing is that they got so heavy with the microtransactions. We saw what
Yeah.
happened with Battlefront 2 and like they just kept doing missteps after missteps. I think they were already, and we called this before any of this. We felt that, or I felt that they were just kind of looking for a way out. They were looking for a buyer. Then comes the Saudis, and the PIF and how much they're investing in the gaming sector. And they're like, yo, you guys want to throw money at us? Absolutely, we'll sell them. And it's crazy because you're right. It's still sold for $55 billion.
Mhm.
And, I think it's interesting too because you're talking about them taking on that debt and still having to pay the interest alone being 1 point something $billion a year. Like, what is going to be their strategy to pay off that debt? You're right. We're going to see monster cuts. Goodbye, BioWare. I feel it sucks that Anthem, you guys had to,
Still have to
that
bring it.
was
You have
still
to bring.
hurts. It
You
still
have to bring
hurts.
Anthem in.
I had to, son. I had to. It hurts.
Yeah.
So, but, like Pop was saying, one of their biggest ones is going to be with the Sims. Do they
Mhm.
look to create a Sims 5 and capitalize on that, go all in, set up the economy, kind of almost do like what I'm guessing once GTA Online comes online, what that creator economy and stuff like it's going to look, because they very much have that kind of popularity within the Sims community. You have people going out trying to do things and whatnot. So it would make sense to me for them to lean into that as a company and look to build around a model that really focuses on that. And then obviously the sport IPs that they still have control of and whatnot. We already know they're making, tons of money off of those microtransactions.
Mhm.
I can't imagine that they don't get more aggressive. I don't believe they're going to get less aggressive with this deal going through. So
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
funny to me,
know
like,
what to expect.
yeah, it's like we're an unforeseen territory where it comes to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like, I think my biggest worry is this because it's actually kind of funny because Riggedy Rec just says something here that actually quite interests me because he says that his favorite game was EA game was Desert Strike. You remember Desert Strike?
I do.
Yeah, on the Sega Genesis and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just like that's the thing. I guess is one of the biggest things because like those games are like the games that EA used to make in the 90s, early 2000s and stuff are going to be completely gone. So what we're going to be is that everything's going to be shrunk down to something that's going to be isolated that we know is going to be making money. Like you said, EA Sports Line is probably going to be the biggest thing that they're going to have on top of probably Apex, Sims, and stuff like that. Are they done with story-based driven games now? They're going to be pushing on environmental worlds to push these microtransactions and stuff like these open-ended games and stuff. Like it's ridiculous. Dead Space is not a good one, good perfect one from what Reed Cooper says. I mean, like all these, like that's the thing I'm really concerned about. I guess I wouldn't say concerned. Concern's a little bit strong because like I said, I haven't been in the EA ether for a long time, but I think what the Microsoft's deal did with Activision kind of just proved something serious to me, which is like if you give a person that kind of cash, that kind of money for that studio, you're wanting returns fast. And that's going to cause no more creativity because now it's a matter of we need to find the IPs that click so we can get our investment back as soon as possible, especially now since since they're front loaded with $20 billion in debt. On top of that, and they want to get rid of this yearly interest of 1.8 because it's going to be a lot more money. They wanted to burn that down as fast as they possibly can. So they're going to be running slim for a long time. And I don't think we're going to, and then with that, and with that kind of system, I don't see them doing the level of, I guess, quote unquote, creativity, because we haven't seen that in a long time for EA either. It's pretty, I feel like it's going to be dead. That's my vision of how EA is that we're going to be seeing in the next 5 years. Within the next 5 years.
I know nothing about this EA thing. Do I lose all the free games I had on EA? I don't think so. I don't think they'll mess with any of that stuff. I mean, maybe, but that'd be pretty scummy.
That would be incredibly scummy.
Yeah, that'd be like bad.
I think they will keep that subscription service because that's an easy way for them to get money because it's similar to the Ubisoft system where they can you get access to the games. Yeah, EA Play is still a game, that thing, and you can play games as long as you have a membership.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
And I don't know what happens with the Star Wars games because Papa's saying I'm pretty sure they lost that IP, right?
Yeah, no, the Star Wars IP isn't with EA anymore. It was contractual, so it's with Ubisoft now.
Oh, hence why they did, which is on PlayStation
Outlaws.
Plus. Yeah, I'm gonna play it.
No, you're not.
I am. Don't you tell me what I'm gonna do.
I think
no, better yet, Davis, he'll play it, but he just won't finish it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much true.
That's a little closer to reality.
That one stings more because that's what's more reasonable. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
That is funny. I think the last Star Wars game that they're definitely going to be releasing is going to be was it Zero Company? Is the last Star Wars game, I believe. So that's going to be the tactical game that's made by the same people that did
XCOM, right?
XCOM, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I think so I don't. I guess it's very. I guess people are worried as well as they should be because I think because we don't know what they're going to do with EA, how EA is going to be. But to be honest with you, I don't know how much more they're going to bleed people with microtransactions in the sports game, because don't they heavily do it now? Like is there any microtransactions in FC 27?
Well, they had to pull back on their microtransactions because people weren't buying the game because they were doing it where you could do it for like dynasty mode, like single player modes, and use like currency, like paid money currency to level up your coach and stuff. It was ridiculous.
That's weird.
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't even know
weird.
why they did that.
Okay, like we're gonna be seeing a lot of crazy ideas to like that's the energy I'm feeling like when they're saying this. Although I'm not gonna lie to you, Zero Company is the kind of game that I'm probably gonna look into, because that's in my wheelhouse, I will say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know. Like, I just think that I think there's more concerns until they give an idea of what they're going to do, or what their plans are going to be. But I will not be surprised when you see EA has laid off like 1,000 or 2,000 people, 3,000 people and stuff, because I feel like that's what we're waiting on. We're just waiting for that bad news to happen and then see where they're going to go and replace from there. Unfortunately, I hate being so pessimistic about it, but I mean, I just don't see any other way. Like, $20 billion. You look at the shit that with Xbox, with Microsoft, when they were when Activision Blizzard, and they realized they lost so much money on COD 6 when that happened. You remember? Like, they're like, wow, we lost over $200 million just on, like, when we decided to make it on Game Pass and stuff. So
I don't know how they couldn't have seen that, though. Like, I was like, that is not the move you guys think. Like, even to get people to go and subscribe just to play the game, like, why? It just didn't make sense.
I refuse to believe that Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, well, it's really more Phil Spencer's side, did not weigh that possibility, because I mean, it just doesn't make any sense at all. Because like, do you remember when you set me up with that lawyer with Microsoft? Yeah, you remember when I said it? Well, you remember? Yeah, I'm not going to drop that. You do know that.
Good.
Yeah. So when you set me up with that lawyer at Microsoft, and then I said that was the biggest issue, was like, it doesn't make any sense for me, for like, why would y'all focus on a $20 monthly plan to a $70 game that gives constant microtransactions? You're literally like tripling the amount of money per individual than you worrying about the amount of play time you get for $20. So like, so how does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense. Like, so anyways, I know we're kind of veering off to the topic, but yeah, I think the point is that I don't see they're going to be their main point isn't making new games. Their main point is to get rid of that debt. And I think that it's going to be slim. Like, they're going to be running slim until that debt is clear, or more reasonable, or more actual.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So anyways, I know I didn't tell the order, so let's go with Pop. What do you bring to the table?
Well, and more news that we don't want to hear. The big boss at Take-Two says that we'll all be streaming our games in about 3 years. This was in the latest financial report by Take-Two, where CEO Strauss Zelnick made the bold statement, as you know, the industry is kind of still reeling from Sony and their nonsense and the pivot to an all digital future. And he's kind of reckoning with this fact. He's just like, we won't only be embracing digital games in the future, but we'll also be streaming our games too, where he says, with the advent of streaming, which we really do believe is around the corner in terms of having something that's low latency and really works well for consumers. How do you know what works well for us? Look at Google Stadia. Machines that weren't game machines before will become game machines. And that's what he said during the quarterly earnings. And then says, so with that regard to what happens in the console business, which is of consequence to us, of course, we see the overall install base as a practical matter growing materially. And if you believe in streaming, we really do. And I'm happy to put a timeline on it. So he essentially
Wow, he's
thinks that
pretty.
in about 3 years that there will be a commercial streaming mode where you can plug and play and game anywhere that through a streaming system, whatever that means.
Wow. I mean, that guy is like he's like a hill to die on with this one, but it's very interesting.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
get me.
standing 10 toes down with that one.
Yeah, Strauss Zelnick is it's an interesting person though, because he is a dude that is totally the most hands-off gamer. Like he doesn't play games. He's all about
Yeah.
business, and he's the guy that he's one of the co-founders of Take-Two, the guy that created GTA. But he recognizes talent, so he kind of stays out of the talent's way to create the games and stuff. So he's not like what's his name from Sony. But I would say this that but if he's going to be willing to say that, like say something like that wholeheartedly, I don't believe it. I don't think we're there yet. And there's because like it would be I think things they're going to have to change, or there's a lot of things that need to change before something like that, because we clearly think like how things are directing right now looks like that's the only way that we can actually continue on, because RAM is too expensive. It's like it's ridiculous to make your own personal PC and then people are still wanting to play. But I feel that most people are like games are not going to be evolving at this point. I think if anything, they're going to be devolving because of the strength, the process of because of how hard the hardware is to get to that point, to not justify you having a reason to move up to like 64 gigs and stuff like that anymore. Because I mean, look at it now. They're shrinking the size of RAM in regular computers now down to 8 to 16 gigs, or no, from 16 to 8 gigs, which is crazy to me. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. So it's like if you're expecting people to say they're gonna pay the extra money just to go do, let alone have a service, because more of a reason that you buy something but own nothing, then I think that will be a hard pill for anyone to swallow. I mean, like I would have to disagree with them. I don't think that we're going to see that anytime soon, or that soon. That's crazy if we do. Can you
It'll
imagine?
probably be an option by then, because like we did have Google Stadia, but the library is gonna suck. Because you're gonna have to convince. Because think about it, if people subscribe to a service to play games, they're gonna have to think about how they're gonna convince all these developers, especially Japanese developers, hey, we want to put your game on our cloud service to stream, and they're gonna be asking how they're gonna be making money back on that. Game Pass is already dealing with this issue, even though you're not gaming on the cloud with Game Pass. You're actually like playing the game. They are going to have to convince these other companies that they can make money by convincing consumers to buy games via streaming instead of buying the games directly from them.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's true. What were we going to say, Smithy? Sorry.
I mean, I was just saying, unless you know something that we don't know, you know what I mean? Like
he knows something behind the scenes.
I know, right?
Yeah, like all the companies have already made a hard date of when they're going fully digital or something like that. But I'm kind of I totally love physical media, and I love that people love physical media, but I mean, especially like on PC, like I don't own a single anything. Everything is digital.
Yeah, but
to me, it's more about the company that you're getting this stuff from. And my trust in Sony is
gone.
Not the highest. Not the highest at all. No, I
Is
mean,
it ever
we just
high?
literally had, I mean, not in terms of stuff like that. Like, it's a hard pill to swallow for me, especially when it comes to PlayStation. I feel like it would be an easier pill with Xbox because they've already got the infrastructure to be able to go from console to PC to your TV or whatever. So like, they've got that like kind of built into their system. Whereas Sony, like, dude, they do not have the infrastructure to support or I don't know. Maybe they like I don't know what their plan is in terms
They
of
said
that.
they're working
in
on it.
terms
They
of that.
never had anything to begin with. They're just
That's the
doing it.
crazy part. You
Yeah.
said you've set a deadline and said I'm working on the other stuff later. I'm gonna
Right.
work on the infrastructure later, but I've set this deadline. Like that doesn't. That
Yeah,
makes me
I mean,
uncomfortable.
I think
Doesn't
that,
bode well.
well, I think that, well, with a level like Zelnick is, like, he is in a position where he can force people to go to lead to that direction. Though that's where I find very funny. So he has like his part to play for that possibility, a gigantic reality, which is which is scary to me. But but at the same time, it's just, I don't see, like, they're because clearly where Take Two is that they're over CDs. They do not want CDs because they've always gotten burnt with, like, leaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
so he wants to have that kind of level like of cloud of cloud, like, dominion kind of deal, and that's where I think that's where he is coming from. And I think that what he's going to do is kind of like what Nintendo is kind of slightly doing right now, which is you could buy which I would have to say that's how everyone should do it, how Nintendo's doing it, which is basically digital games are cheaper than physical games, which would make more sense because it's
I
like
never
it
thought
doesn't.
I'd see the day where Davis is agreeing with a
I
Nintendo
know.
process.
Well, hey,
I
they're
know.
doing it. They're doing
It's-
it. They're doing exactly what what it has always needed to be done,
It's
because it
time.
doesn't make any lick of sense to say, hey, it's it costs $49.99, but it costs $49.99 for the for digital and physical. No, it's not. Since you're physically getting
said,
something,
"No, it's
you're
not."
you should get something that you should have a reason for it to be more expensive than that, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that. So just like how, I mean, like, that would make sense. But, like, in my sense, or like how this would be, if they're saying that if we're going to be depending on these quote unquote giant ass data centers for the cloud services and stuff like and things like that, you really got to show that that stuff to be to be stable and everything. Like, I can't even can you imagine playing a fighting game on a cloud-based server right now?
Please don't.
No, you can't.
I mean,
It'll be
yeah.
it will be
crashing out at the thought.
it will be impossible to even think that in my mind. So no, there's I don't I think that it's just like like how Stadia was, the kink with Stadia was the fact that they had to do their own special kind of encoder, which caused everything to be 10 times more expensive on those on that system, which kind of was the reason why they were losing a lot of money from it. I mean, it would be the same kind of thing. Like, it's nice to say, but I don't think we're in a place where we could say that we're that close to put everything on in that kind of technology. So yeah, that's why I don't see it quite there yet. Is it a possibility in the future? Probably, because there's going to be a new generation of people who probably don't give a damn about physical or digital and stuff. They just want to have it right then and right now. So yeah, I mean that's just real. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, for me,
real,
yeah,
real talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Some people will think it's very convenient until the servers go down and they can't play their games. But all of us that were smart and still using things like Steam, because Steam's not going to go anywhere.
I was and I'm actually kind of worried about Steam, because the reason why Steam is doing so good is because Gabe Newell is steering the ship. Gabe Newell's not going to be there forever, so we don't know what's going to end up happening in the future.
He just has to name the right successor. If he the kid, just put the kid in charge.
Yeah,
but like the same.
That's why I've been focusing mostly on GOG. I mean, I've been focusing on trying to get most of my stuff on GOG. If I absolutely have to get it, then if I have to get it on Steam, I'll get it on Steam. But my first choice is going to be GOG first, if anything, because I am really about having some sort of ownership towards this, and not depending on a person's server and stuff. And as far as Sony goes, yeah, my trust is totally shot with them, man. Like, I don't even entertain the fact on anything digital with them when it comes to it. So yeah. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. I guess we got to see how it's going to go. I mean, it's really us. Like, now at this point, it's definitely how the consumer, which is us, how we're going to allow this companies are going to go through the how we spend our money to see if they're going to say, oh, the only way to get this is going to be through cloud. It's going to be through Microsoft xCloud. That's another question. How many people use xCloud? I'm legitimately wanting to know. Like, does anyone who's watching or listening to us now, do any of y'all use xCloud or GeForce Now or any of them? Like, what's like how big
My
is it?
brother has tried it. He said it wasn't too bad, and he didn't really talk much about the connection because we have fiber internet, so obviously we're not going to have connection issues. But he said it was okay, but not something he would stick with because it's kind of. He was like, "What's
Expensive?
the point?" Well, no, he's like, "I already own these games. Like, there's no point."
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, the
I
only other.
think I've
Oh,
used it.
yeah, you did.
Is that
You
the one
you
that's on the
have.
TV? Yeah.
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 Well,
No. I've had a pretty solid
No,
experience with it.
it's the xCloud is it's something you do with the Xbox, but
mhm.
Like the console.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No,
Oh.
no. You get to play
Well,
your
it's still
games. You can play like, let's say you have your cell phone and you wanted to play a game. You
yeah,
can
it's
access.
like PlayStation's Remote Play, but
Yeah,
Xbox version of it.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
yeah. So
Oh. Hey guys.
yeah, so use the Snake Eyes. Oh, so use xCloud on the Steam Deck. Okay, so I'm just curious, like how often, because the numbers just don't match to me. Because like it says that xCloud has 25 million users, and I'm just like, I don't see a lot of people using, or not. I'm sorry, not xCloud. GeForce Now it uses 25 million users. Does xCloud? I want to see how many does xCloud have. I know they don't usually show off their numbers.
I
I
feel like
wouldn't use GeForce now.
I don't know. I want to challenge the GeForce Now because I don't know if they're counting the fact that it's on running in the background on some people's PCs and they don't
Yeah,
know that,
I
and
think
that
the numbers
counts
are
as a I
fudged.
yeah, I think that's
Oh.
what that is because I don't have GeForce Now active on this PC. It used to be active on my other one until I cut it off, but I
Mm,
think that number is skewed because I'm like 25 million doesn't sound right.
yeah, definitely.
That sounds like a
And
lot.
it does,
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like a ton. Like dude. Because look at it this way. I mean, like, what's it called? Xbox Game Pass. There was, I think that its peak was 43 million people. You're telling me that's almost,
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. So I mean, that's half the amount. I mean, that means that a lot of people would have. You would like everybody would be like, you could easily. It would be like a 1 in 5 chance that you would meet a
Yeah.
person that would be like, okay,
Yeah.
I use it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, so this says xCloud 10 million. 10 million players have tried it, but they don't have any active numbers. Okay. All right.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All
That sounds
right.
a little bit more accurate than whatever. I don't know what Nvidia has going on.
Yeah, I don't know what Nvidia is doing. Well, Nvidia. It's like, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, Nvidia is just printing money with the freaking AI stuff. So, okay, Smitty, why don't you close this out? What are you bringing to
Yeah.
the table?
Yeah, so last week Rockstar Games announced that they are partnering up with Netflix. This is actually kind of crazy. And they announced an extended look of GTA 6. It'll essentially be your trailer 3, I think. For GTA 6. It'll be coming out August 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern, and then 6 hours later is going to drop on Rockstar's YouTube channel and the official GTA 6 site. This is kind of crazy, and Zelnick, is kind of alluding to this is just kind of the lead up to their marketing campaign going into fall and then ultimately into November. They made a point of saying that they're going to be marketing differently from GTA 5. Again, I think this is huge. They realize and they're going to capitalize on the fact that this is essentially turned into a cultural moment.
Yeah,
And this
iconic.
is just, for the base game.
Mhm.
Once online opens up, I think it's gonna absolutely explode. But I'm curious to see because when you look at something like that targeting Netflix, people, they've already got a huge fan base and stuff like that. So, I kind of want to know what your guys' thoughts are too. To be able to commercially put it on to Netflix and do this more like I'm guessing it's kind of be like a behind the scenes documentary of like the making of it, but then we're going to get like tidbits. I don't even know what it's actually going to be about, but to introduce it to an audience like that may not be familiar with gaming or with GTA 6, I think, especially younger folks, it's harder to, who doesn't know GTA, but I think it also touches on an older millennial into Gen X demographic as well. So I'm curious to see what your guys' thoughts are. I think this is huge, and when you have a huge game like this, why not go big and do something, partner up with another big company, because they don't need the numbers. The videos already do numbers by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pop and I were kind of talking about it beforehand, and I was saying, you know what, that's fine. I mean, like, it's exact. Riggedy Rex says, "Wow, really, Netflix?" I'm like, yeah. I mean, because the way I look at it is they are doing exactly what they need to do, which is basically they know. Okay, gamers will get this game because they know what GTA is. It's already at the point where they've already gotten their money back on just the reservations alone. For the game already. I think the reservation hit, it was over $3 billion. And that was like a month and a half ago. But yeah, but the thing is that they want to be the big game, and so obviously they're going to have to go to areas where people are not familiar with it. I think and what marketing does is exactly what this is, which is basically they are marketing this to a crowd, to a crowd that is not may not be entirely understanding of what this game is and how big this game is going to be, and they know that they're going to have the traction because this is a game that they've been working on for the past over 12 years for this to work. And then on top of that, they know that it's like they don't want to be gated in just Netflix. It's 6 hours. It's a 6 hours exclusivity deal, which is very insane of a deal. And I think that this kind of situation, when it comes to like what they're doing with the what they're doing with the marketing push for this, or this is really the pre-marketing push before they start being serious about really marketing for this, which is scary. I just think that I don't think this is going to be a norm. This is going to be this is like you said, this is a historical event of a game that has this kind of push to be able to do this, overall. Because I mean, if you got big companies like Netflix and other and groups like that are seeing the eyes for this game, then you're doing something. You're pushing something, and I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, they're just doing what they need to do, which is just getting more eyes on the game that they know that it's already going to be successful. Be hilarious if it's like a copy of like Madden or something. That's when it comes out, they'll be
crazy.
Like. the plane says "fooled ya" or something like that. Be amazing.
That would be nuts.
That would be amazing. So I mean, yeah. So like, it's not like I'm not mad. I'm not upset about it. I mean, it's just a matter of being now we're at the point where we're being patient, just patient on the hype. You know what? It would have been crazier if they did this, which was what would set me off. Is if they advertise this and they put this in theaters, like everything right now is always the same kind of bullshit. It's like if they did it that way, I would have some kind of beef. But this, it makes sense. It's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. What about you, Pop?
I'm so indifferent about this game. Like, I just want it to come out. So my timeline is so weird because I have GTA 6 muted because I don't care for the game. I'd come for me in the comments. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have it muted so that my timeline shows me what I want to see. When this got announced, so many of my mutuals just like retweeting and giving their pieces. I'm like, y'all, I'm trying to see these freaking combos and Tokon. I don't care about this stupid game. I'm trying to look at CEO updates since that's coming up soon. I'm trying to look at crazy taxi news, like other gaming news, like games that I'm interested in playing that's all around the corner. Onimusha just announced that they have like 100 and something different parry animations. Like,
Yeah, it's
that's the
crazy.
stuff it's pretty nuts. That's the kind of stuff I'm wanting to look at. I don't care if this is going to be on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm
totally
also not
agree.
surprised because RGG did a collab with Drewski for Infinite Wealth, like a whole a commercial where Drewski was in. I don't know if he was actually in Hawaii or if they did like a setup of some sort where he was like green screen there or whatever. But I mean, it's not new for companies to collab with someone bigger to reach a broader audience. Capcom did it with Lil Wayne for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. Remember the CODs? Like with all the celebrities? Yeah, so it makes, I mean, this makes sense. Natural
It's
direction.
just
Yeah. Oh, and then Reed Hooper says, what if GTA 6 ends up in Netflix somehow? If they did, then they would have to, well, Netflix for some reason do not like controllers. So the way that they're online is that if you want to play a game with Netflix, you have to use your mobile app or you have to use your mobile.
No, that's not true. They've changed that some. You can
really?
play some games in directly on the TV, yes.
But can you play with a controller, or do you still use your mobile?
Yeah, no, you can
Apple?
connect a controller. You just connect a controller to your TV.
Yeah, because I remember playing that Lego Party one. I was like, I really want to play this, but it forced me to play with a mobile with a phone, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. It's terrible.
Oh, I mean, I thought that was fine because it's like a board game, so you're not really. Oh wait, no. Then there was the mini games.
Yeah, the mini games
and stuff like that. That's right. Yeah. No, I mean, here's the thing, dude. Like, that could be a thing that they're working on the back end. Like, Netflix hasn't completely, although they have gone more towards like party games and things where you do use your phones, but they leaned heavily into the party game genre, which I think makes sense. We've played the games, we've had people over and stuff like that. But if they could bag GTA 6, I can't imagine it's a real thing, but like if they had the opportunity, they would absolutely take it.
Yeah, I don't think they would because I mean, Take-Two knows what they got here. So if they did, it would be an absorbent like amount of money to say it was going to be on Netflix.
Right.
If Netflix is saying we're going to have the exclusivity for 6 hours, that says a lot in itself. You know,
it's
like Like I can only imagine the price tag it is for them that they would have to pay for them to be exclusive for just the trailer for this game.
I know. No, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so no, this would be crazy. This would be all out insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try not to. As the marketing ramps up, I'm guessing my FOMO is gonna start increasing.
Smithy, we all know you're going to buy the game. You don't have to. You don't have to convince us that you're not.
Don't call me out.
We all know it. It's funny because I know you say that you don't. It's like this would be a perfect montage of you every time you're like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. Yeah, it's not coming. But what's funny is that you're even admitting that you know that when the blitz starts coming, then you'll be like, you're going to be more. Yeah, you're going to be more.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I can easily see that. It's okay.
Oh man, yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see.
It's okay, Smitty. We still all love you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might keep it up, dude.
Yeah, but then the online, because here's the thing. I would like to get it on. I might get it on PS5. I don't know. I mean, I do have a PS5 Pro, and so I am interested in seeing how this is like the difference between a regular 5 and a 5 Pro is. But the one I would probably say if I played GTA Online, it would definitely be on PC. I just can't I can patiently wait. It's not I'm with Pop when it comes to this. Like it doesn't matter. Maybe because we are already in tune. We have our ear close to the ground when it comes to gaming news and stuff. But so when we hear about GTA 6, it's like, okay, it's GTA 6. We know this is going to be it. But and maybe that's just with because of us, because it's us. We're gamers and stuff. But so it's relevant to us. We know it's going to be big, but like when it comes to this, I mean, I think it's just good business on Take-Two to do what they're doing on that, and just see where this is going to go. If it's going to give new eyes for a game that's already going to be insanely successful, then so be it. But I am looking forward to seeing. Now I'm not wishing ill will, but looking forward to seeing because the hardest thing about a game, especially a game that's highly anticipated, is does the game will own up to the hype, and I don't know. I'm really interested in seeing how if this game's hype is going to hit the expectations for
I
everybody.
think it
So
is,
that's
dude.
what I'm wanting to
I'm not
know.
gonna lie, man.
We haven't seen
From what I'm
gameplay.
looking at, I'm like, dude, I know. That's the biggest thing. Like, if that city feels lived in, like,
We've been
dude, like,
yeah. We've been burned so many times in the past
I
when it comes to
know,
stuff like this that I
know.
don't trust them when they don't show gameplay, and then all they've been showing is these gameplay these video trailers and
Cinematics,
stuff and
yeah.
cinematics and stuff, and like there's no reason why they like I understand it's a big game, but the big thing like we're gonna get that would be hilarious. This game's gonna become like a Shaq Fu, that's where it's
That'd be
gonna be
crazy.
like. Yeah, like because that's where like until I see gameplay and stuff, then they could polish that turd as much as they possibly can and say and then try to sell it to me early. But until I see anything otherwise than gameplay of this game, regardless of who you are, I'm not falling for it, man. Like not again. It's like
Yeah, that's fair.
that's the worst feeling in this, especially the amount of money that they're asking for you. $80 as your base and then $100 for the limited edition is like, yeah, no, I want to know what I'm getting before I invest, especially something that you can't sell or sell to another person or whatever. You have to get it at that price or whatever price that they put it as. So yeah, there's a lot of different
Yeah.
things. Yeah. But I don't know. We're patient. I am patient. Pop is very patient. Pop, you don't even care. So it's like,
Yeah, I
Guys,
know.
I'm
Just
so
get it out
indifferent
so I
about
could be
this
over
game.
it.
I'm like, because I'm sick
Yeah.
of people like people. Oh, they're moving games for GTA 6. I promise you, these other niche communities do not care about this game. I need this game
Absolutely.
to come out for y'all so y'all can shut up and play the game and leave the rest of us who actually play more than ball and gun games have the fun we've been waiting for. Because 2027 is a dope year
Mm-hmm.
for games.
Very much so.
Games,
Not that this
yeah.
year has been a bad year for games, but 2027, I mean, the year is starting off with bangers. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. No, you're totally right. And that's always it's going to be an insane front loaded year with all the crazy stuff that's coming out. But yeah, no, you're
yeah.
totally right. So we'll see. All right. Hey, well, guys, thank you so much for listening to us on another episode of the CFG Gamecast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. As always, we will be back again next week. Well, I'm not going to be here next week, but Pop and Smitty will. But if you did miss out on this episode, that's perfectly all right. We do release it on all podcast services at the beginning of each and every week. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices.
Ooh.
Be sure to check out our main website, confreaksgeeks.com, and see the awesome content that we like to do there. And we just released a new episode of Anime Nokori with Witch Hat Atelier, so definitely tune in on that as well. But once again, guys, this is Davis, Pop, and Smitty signing out. Y'all, take it easy.
Do